From pulling off the biggest offseason signing in franchise history to drafting a defensive menace with the 13th pick in Kevin Huerter and re-signing fan favorite Malik Monk for 4 years, there is no doubt in my mind McNair exceeded every expectation that has been set upon him heading into such a crucial offseason for the Sacramento Kings, as we desperately needed that major change if we wanted to just take that next leap and be legit contenders in such a loaded Western Conference. And I mean, McNair definitely done his thing as he crafted such an interesting roster to head into next season with. Although I love the roster that McNair has put together, it also poses so many questions with people wondering how DeRozan is going to fit into our system and, just general questions on how the Sacramento Kings are going to perform with such major changes with their roster and their franchise. And luckily, Bleacher Report did come out with their own report with their own predictions of the Sacramento Kings heading into the 2024-25 NBA season. But before we get into their report, let me welcome you back to Kings Digest. The channel is showcases all of the upcoming Sacramento Kings news, so make sure you subscribe to the channel, as YouTube still says that 96% of you guys that watch my videos aren't subscribed yet, so make sure you hit the subscribe button and join the community before next season starts, and make sure you hit the bell so you don't miss any future videos. Now, let's head over to today's report. As Bleacher Report states, the Sacramento Kings have a pivotal season coming in 2024-25. The Kings ended a 16-year playoff drought in the 2022-23 season, but we're unable to relay that into another playoff appearance in 24. This circumstance is a little misleading, however, as the team went 46-36 and were victims of a loaded Western Conference. Sacramento finished 9th in the West and knocked off the Golden State Warriors before falling to the New Orleans Pelicans in the second round of the play-in tournament. And that was just absolutely devastating, as we couldn't take down a Pelicans roster that didn't even have McCollum show up. But anyways, the Kings will look to avoid a similar fate in 2024-25 season and try to take a step towards contention. The franchise has not been out of the first round since 2003-2004 and has not reached the conference finals since 2002. And I mean, we definitely are looking to take that next leap, as we just do not want what happened last year to repeat itself, and McNair definitely done his thing, bringing in DeMar DeRozan, bringing in Jalen McDaniels, another solid wing defender that could play the power forward for us, backup four. But I mean, he's made some major changes. I do 100% believe that DeMar DeRozan is 100% going to win us a few more games next season, especially since you got DeMar DeRozan being one of the best clutch players in the league, one of the best shot creators, pairing alongside De'Aaron Fox, who's also, ironically, one of the best clutch players in the league as well. So those two are going to close out games so well for us next season, and I definitely believe that will result in a few more extra wins and potentially just excel us to maybe the 7th to 6th seed range. That's what I'm hoping for, at least, and I do believe that we can do some damage, as DeRozan coming in brings in a major offensive threat for us. Keegan Murray is expected to make another leap to his game as well, and I'm so excited to see what he does for us. And I mean, Kevin Huerter is due for his bounce back season. We haven't moved him yet. I do believe him and Monk are going to be perfect coming off the bench as that 1-2 punch. And while I do believe that we should have made another move for a more defense-oriented player that could fit into our rotation, I do think Keon Ellis is going to make that leap and be a defensive monster for us, as I do hope he makes that starting lineup position, as I think his defense paired with DeRozan's offense will just be most like ideal, honestly, because you just have DeRozan, who's not the best on-ball defender. He don't need to focus on defense if he got Keon Ellis just doing his thing and sticking to the offense like glue. DeRozan could just use all of his energy to get to his spots on the floor and give us buckets. But anyways, let's head to the other report here that's going over our top matchups for next season and how we match up against them now, how we compare against them with all the offseason changes. And let's start with the Golden State Warriors. As they state, the Kings ended the Warriors season in 24, and the divisional foe will be looking different in the 2024-25 season. Klay Thompson departed from the Warriors in free agency, and the most notable name joining Golden State is Buddy Hield. Although he is a phenomenal shooter, I'm not too scared about that. And although they state Sacramento could have a chance to truly leapfrog the Warriors in the Pacific Division, which I definitely agree with, as they just declined rapidly, getting rid of Klay Thompson and replacing him with Buddy Hield isn't the most ideal situation for the Warriors, and I do think their window for contention is slowly closing and diminishing. But this report states, however, that will still be easier said than done, as the Warriors still have Steph Curry and Draymond Green and have hopes of returning to former glory. Still, the Kings have developed momentum over the Warriors and will now hope to retain it next season. And I do believe we had that momentum over Golden State, and we will definitely retain it for next season, because I do think we just have the better roster on paper, and we will just do wonders against the Warriors next season and just leapfrog over them in the Pacific Division. Now, the biggest concern here and the top matchup is the New Orleans Pelicans, as we are looking to get our revenge on them next season, but they made some improvements as well. As it states, the Kings should have revenge on their minds when it comes to the Pelicans. Sacramento fell to a Zion Williamless Pelicans in the play-in tournament, and New Orleans only got better. The Pelicans added DeJounte Murray in the offseason and may even keep Brandon Ingram to stay around as well. And, I mean, they didn't even have Zion, and McCollum didn't perform well, and we lost to them. And now they're bringing in DeJounte Murray, who is a phenomenal playmaker and defender. So that definitely is a bit intimidating, but I do believe with our additions, we will put up a fight, and it will be must-watch television when we play the Pelicans for the first time next season. And basically, that was just comparing us against our rivals in the Western Conference, and I do think we will, excel past the Warriors next season, as our improvements to our roster well exceeds their improvements, as they didn't really do much to replace Klay Thompson. But the Pelicans are going to be a scary team to go against, as DeJounte Murray just adds another defensive presence to that Pelicans roster. And it's just going to be really difficult team to go against, and it's going to be must-watch television. I'm so excited to see that matchup. But let's head over to the last report here for today, as they just go over the season forecast, as they state Sacramento has high hopes for 2024-25 season, the DeRozan signing, trading for Jalen McDaniels, and drafting Kevin Huerter paints a positive picture for next season and beyond. The new additions join a core headlined by De'Aaron Fox, Domantas Sabonis, and Malik Monk. And you can also add Keegan Murray in there as well. I don't know why they had him there, as he is a phenomenal piece for us. And they further state this should have the team prepared for a postseason run, but the rest of the West remains strong. Many teams toward the top remain strong, but that does not mean that the young Kings can't crash that party. A balanced season will be crucial for the team to find success, as will stealing some more games from the top teams in the conference. It will take a valiant effort to ensure a spot in the postseason and beyond, but the talent on the roster should give the Kings a chance to do just that. And they got our record prediction at 49-33 for the season, giving us 3 more wins compared to last season at 40, as we went 46-36. But honestly, I believe that is a fair prediction for the Kings. Personally, I do think we will be in that low 50 range. I was thinking more towards 51 wins to 52. That could just be me getting my hopes up a bit. But you can't be mad with this prediction, as the West is still stacked, and we definitely made some improvements to be a dangerous and scary team to go against. And I do think we have the pieces to make a deep playoff run. And I'm just hoping all goes well for us next season and everyone stays healthy, as I do think that McNair put together a dangerous roster to go up against that loaded Western Conference next season. But basically, that's all for today's video, guys. Let me know down in the comments your own predictions on what the Sacramento Kings will achieve next season. And let me know if we're going to make a deep playoff run, or if we're going to be in the play-in tournament like last season as well. But basically, that's all, folks. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so you don't miss any future videos. Now, peace out. See you in the next one.